My winner of the week, Mike Gundy.
Mm.
Gundy says a lot of interesting things, but what he said on Tuesday is one of the best ideas he's ever had.
I mean, honestly, for us, we should do a home and home with OU in the spring. They have we have I think ours is on, I don't know what the date is, but it's the Saturday prior to the last week, something like that. Okay, so they should come here on the 19th, and I think theirs is earlier in the year. We should go down there and play a home and home in the spring against them. Charge $25 a head. They can use it for NIL. We'll use it for NIL. If they don't want to do two in one spring, we can do one here this year, do it there next year, and split the gate. Because we get tired of practicing against each other. It's not going to be a live game because, well, I don't know what Coach Venables will say, but I would be concerned with making it live just because of injury. But nobody really has live scrimmages anymore. So you make it a full thud like we're doing, and practice against them just like they do in the NFL. We're moving towards the NFL. Why not do that? So I think it would be a great idea. I'd be open to doing a here on the 19th. And somebody said I asked about it. Somebody said theirs is a week before.
Like on the 12th.
Yeah. We'll go down there for an hour and a half and practice, and they'll come up here for practice. I'm all for it. We can split the gate for NIL.
Ted, he wants to bring Bedlam back, and he wants to do it during the spring. He wants to do a home and home scrimmage in the spring. He said charge $25 a head, use the money for NIL. He said if OU doesn't want to do two in a spring, hey, you can do it in Norman this year, you can do it in Stillwater next year, you split the gate. I love this idea. And he said it's not going to be a live game. You make it full thud, and you practice against each other like they do in the NFL. Give me a reason why this shouldn't happen. If they're not going to play the actual game, give us something, man. This would be awesome.
Yeah. And, it helps sharpen your tools. Like, I think it's good to have a lot of, good on good, practicing against yourself, your offense against your defense. But there does start to be a point of gaming the system to some degree by coaching staffs, by players. And I think that it's kind of dangles that carrot, right? That you're going to have to go out and perform in front of a bunch of people against another team. Got to have your A game. And if you do this, and I think he pointed it out, it doesn't mean you have to play all your starters and play a full 4-quarter game. It can be as simple as a joint practice like you see in the NFL, but I think it's awesome. It's something that has been thrown around quite a bit. I don't know what the rules are, what the NCAA says about it, but I think it would be a home run. And I think they could help both teams out. I mean, I loved his idea about, $25 a person, fund your NIL with it, whatever you want to do. I can't find any holes in it. I love it.
Apparently, the NCAA does not. Because currently, and this came to light because Deion Sanders, like Colorado's trying to do this with Syracuse. Deion Sanders has talked about it publicly. Currently, NCAA bylaws prohibit teams from playing each other in the spring. That rule needs to change.
I wonder what that means, though, by playing each other.
From what I understand, that includes practice because Deion Sanders is trying to do it, and that's why this discussion has started. And that's Gundy got sent an article about Deion wanting to do it, and that's where Gundy was like, yeah, we should do that with OU. It's a great idea. Why wouldn't we do that?
Right.
But if the NCAA bylaws currently prevent teams from conducting joint practices, then the bylaws need to change. If teams want to practice each other in the spring, there's absolutely no reason they shouldn't be able to do it.
I'm trying to. My guess is the NCAA has that rule because I don't know, financially or logistically, some teams may not have the capability to do that, and it's an unfair advantage for those that do. I mean, I'm guessing, is that right? Otherwise, it doesn't make it. There's nothing else for that rule to exist.
You know what's unfair? The SEC and Big Ten teams getting the media deals payouts that they get, and
Hey,
the rest of college football getting what that.
I
So
agree.
let's stop acting like things need to be equitable across. Is that a word? Equitable? Is
It's
that a word?
definitely a word.
Okay. Let's let's stop. Let me get back to it. Let's stop saying that things need to be equitable across college football because it's not. That's not the sport.
It's not. Never has
So
been.
there's to me, it feels like joint practices are inevitable in the Power Four. The NCAA needs to change the rule. They absolutely should change the rule. There is no reason why you shouldn't be able to go practice 2 days in a row against another team.
Yep.
If you're willing to pay for the travel and what it takes, like there is absolutely no reason because and a lot of these things, I think they would happen between teams that are in close proximity that are in different conferences.
Totally agree.
So you're
That
just
are
paying
that's
whatever
out on the
whatever it costs to
schedule.
rent the bus.
Yep.
That's
But
it.
they do it in the NFL with teams that you do play in the on
I
the schedule.
When I was in Detroit, we had joint practices against Pittsburgh. When I was in Tennessee, we had joint practices against Atlanta. I've done it. It was great. And honestly, it was a refreshing changeup. You get very tired of hitting the same guys and playing against the same defense practice after practice after practice, whether that's spring or training camp. I think the players and the coaches would love it. And the people that would love it most of all is probably the fans if you let them come.
Yep.
I mean, that would be, I think that would be a ton of fun.
I'm pretty sure I could be misremembering this, but I'm pretty sure that when I was in Jacksonville, we had a joint practice in Atlanta with the Falcons and Tennessee. There was three teams there, and it was basically constant round robin, and it's a lot of fun. Yeah, you get it. It gets intense, and
There's going to be a fight.
nothing wrong with that.
You've got fights at your own spring practice. It's fine.
That's why the fans show up.
I think it would be really cool for fans to get to watch what a real college football practice looks like. You watch them go through individual. You watch them warm up. You watch them go through the individual drills. You watch them go through inside run or pods. You watch them do team run and play action. You watch them do team move the ball, team situations. Hey, here, it's red zone. It's third and long. It's blitz period. It's low red zone. It's goal line. Like I think fans would love to watch how these practices are actually conducted. And then you add into the fact that it's two teams going against each other. It would be great.
I mean, it'd be great for the fans. I think the fans would love it. And I think it's great for the teams. I think you would probably end up getting more out of that than just having another practice that's you're running through the same exact schedule, same breakdown, same drills. Sign me up.
I honestly believe that if Brent Venables called Mike Gundy today and said, "Hey, you know that Crimson Combine thing we said we're doing? We're scrapping it. We want to practice against you guys in our stadium on April 12th." I think Mike Gundy would say yes and say, "All right, yeah, we'll gas up the buses. We'll be there.
Yeah.
You guys, hey, can you guys come to Norman? Or can you guys come to Stillwater on the 19th?" And if I don't, I honestly think Gundy would do it this season, like in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
And I think fans would love it. I think I have no idea what the ticket sales are right now, what they're looking like for the Crimson Combine, Ted. But I guarantee you, they would get a significant boost if you said, hey, Cowboys are coming to Norman. We're going to practice them. You guys are welcome. We'll see you April 12th. I think the fan base, both fan bases would respond in a big way.
Totally agree. Totally agree. I think it would probably sell better than a spring game would.
No doubt in my mind.
Because I mean, maybe not every year, but for the first year, I think it'd be awesome. And again, it's not a going through the motions thing that often spring games can become. It would be, it'd be legit, and you'd see what your team has. I mean, it'd be a really good test to see where you're at the time.
I think I have one idea that's better than Gundy's home and home spring idea.
Okay.
Just bring the game back.
Right. Yeah.
Just play the game. Just play the game. Don't see any reason why they're just play the game. The split has happened. Let's move on. Let's grow up. Let's play the game.
Yeah.
Come on, guys. Let's just play the game.
I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I've said this a million times and I'll keep saying it. If you're going to play non-conference games, and like with Oklahoma State, it wouldn't be a pay deal, but if you're going to pay to play teams in the non-conference, I don't know why you put that money anywhere other than into the Oklahoma programs that you can. Tulsa. I think we should play Tulsa every year. And maybe Tulsa doesn't want that. So if they don't, there's nothing you can do. But if we're going to pay someone, pay the teams in state.
Great idea, Mike Gundy. I honestly hope he keeps bringing this up. You bring it up enough.
He's going to be asked about it pretty much constantly now.
Yeah.
Good thing. And Venables is going to be asked about it.
I can't imagine Venables wouldn't love it. Like just a joint practice. And you know who knows something about creating maybe the most competitive practice environment imaginable?
Yes, I do.
Jim Nagy.
It's
been
the
his
Senior
job.
Bowl. It's the college version of the Senior Bowl.
No practices matter more for college football players than those practices.
And I know it's not really a factor at all, but you'd have every ton of NFL scouts would be there.
Never hurts.
Right.
I mean, the Senior Bowl is the ultimate joint practice when you think about it. It's guys from all these different schools coming. You put them on a team. Hey, guys, you're going to go practice. And then you're going to play a game. It would be awesome if we are not going to get Bedlam, like the actual game, then give us this. You don't have to tackle to the ground. Just do a joint practice, a physical practice where you're getting really good work in against another team, and all the great people in the great state of Oklahoma can come watch it and be entertained.
And I think a joint practice is enough. But if they wanted to spice it up and do fun things, they could also do that too for the crowd. Like whatever that might be, people could come up with all kinds of different ideas with little competitions or stuff that you could do that are safe and fun for the fan base, and kind of crank up the competition between the two teams a little bit. I mean, they could do that too. Again, I think a joint practice is all you need, but it's a home run in my opinion.
Tug of war, O-line versus O-line, starting five on starting five.
Sure.
Quarterback like throwing contests.
Absolutely.
Fastest guy against fastest guy.
Fastest guy contest. Yeah, all of that. You could do any of it.
You could weave that all into a joint practice. It's easy. I hope it happens.